and welcome back to the Chubby Healer. Today's topic is all about shadow work and how self-image is a part of shadow work and how we are going to use improving your self-image and integrating shadow work. In order to start off and understand what shadow work is, please refer to the previous video that I have made. And just to give an introduction, shadow is basically the trigger for you in another person that you have not fully integrated within your own self. Meaning, what you feel triggered by when somebody else behaves or acts a certain way, you get triggered. That certain behavior, that certain action might be something that you deep down know is a part of you and you have not accepted it. Right? And how is self-image a part and parcel of your shadow work? In order to understand and accept yourself completely, you have to accept even the parts that make you annoyed, make you angry, make you feel that, oh my God, this makes me less than others, and yet you accept it, you acknowledge it, and you say it out loud to your own self that yes, this is a part of me. And I have worked on it. That is a part of me, that was a part of me, and I no longer resonate with it. Until and unless you tell yourself, until and unless you make it known to your own self that, this thing definitely was a part of me, and sometimes it still gets triggered. It still comes out, and that's okay. It coming out, it showing up in the world is not wrong. Nothing is wrong. But you not accepting it is basically you harming your own self. When you don't accept certain things about yourself, you tend to give more weight to the opinions of others. And once you start giving more weight to the opinions of others, you are no longer living your life, you are living others' life for you. Yeah, you heard that right. When you try to meet all the expectations of the world out there, when you try to meet everything that others talk about you just to feel valued, just to feel fulfilled, honey, firstly, the weight of value that you're putting onto others should not be put onto others. Your value is not defined by others. It is defined by you. When you end up doing certain things just for the validation of others, just to be recognized by others, you're not doing it for yourself anymore. You are doing it just to live out the expectations that others have of you. And you might even, think that you're just being nihilistic. How can we be social beings and not, crave validation, crave to be a social being? No, I'm not being nihilistic. I am having a more self-centered approach where, I don't expect anything off of you, and I don't live up to your expectations. And expect, just living by this rule that no matter what happens, I know that you won't be fulfilling my expectations of you, and neither will I be fulfilling your expectations of me. And that is my approach to life. And however, let's get back to the topic. When you start living others' life, when you start living to fulfill the potential that others have put for you, you live others' life, right? This usually happens because you have a weak self-image. You have a very shaky self-image. You have a very fickle self-image where you don't trust yourself. You don't believe in yourself. You only believe that you can feel fulfilled, you can feel happy only if others recognize the way you want them to recognize. It is only happiness apparently comes only from others and outside and not from within yourself. That is a flaw in your self-image. Okay? When you do things for others, You are completely ignoring yourself. You are not respecting yourself. You are not even taking into consideration as to what you desire, what you like. And you are giving your own power, you are giving your own, what can I say, that humongous power off to others. The power of living your life the way you want to live, you're giving that power away when you try to fulfill others' expectations. And most of the time, when our self image is flawed, our shadows tend to come up more strongly. Because in this path of fulfilling others' expectations of you, you realize that I am not being feeling fulfilled. I am not feeling that, this is my desired life. The feeling of, yeah, this is what I desired for myself will never come. Until the time that does not come, you will never feel happy. Because you will only feel happy when others are happy for you, or when others are validating you, appreciating you, saying things that you wanted them to say. And when you give that power to others, you're just telling yourself that I don't respect myself, or I don't even know what I want. And to this, a lot of people tell me that this is just stupid. You can't say that, we can't, we should not seek social approval. I'm like, that's your choice. I'm not forcing you to not seek approval, but is anybody seeking your approval? Just ask yourself this question: the people for whom, or the approval of whose you're seeking, are they even seeking your approval? Are they even looking at you with the same respect that you are looking at them with? If not, then just sit and ask yourself that, where am I lacking? This was one question that pushed me in. It is a very difficult question for a lot of us out there, because we don't like to believe that there is something lacking in us. And honestly, there is nothing. But when we don't have a self image where we know that we are worthy of what we desire, we are worthy of respect, we are worthy of everything on this earth that is out there. Until and unless we reach this point, we will keep on asking ourselves, what are we lacking? Or what am I lacking? And every time you ask yourself this question, you might even have a list. I used to have a list that, I'm lacking this, I'm lacking that, I'm lacking this. And then one day I just stopped and I was like, all these things that I'm saying that I am lacking, is it from my own perspective? Or is it the images that others have told me that I'm lacking? If it is only supposed to be from my own perspective, from my own view, what am I lacking? I am lacking self-belief. I am lacking self-trust. I am lacking self-confidence. And once you get that list in point, it is then that you realize that, oh my God, what was I doing for so long? Why was I always thinking that I'm lacking communication skills, or that I'm lacking this, I'm lacking that? Honey, you're not lacking anything. People might tell you, you are lacking this, you're lacking that, you don't know how to talk, you don't know how to present yourself, you don't know how to edit. But why are you letting others tell you who you are? And why are you letting others tell you of your value? Nobody else can tell you who you are. Nobody else can tell you how amazing you are. Nobody else can tell you what you can do and what you cannot do. When you give that power to somebody else of telling you what you can do and you cannot do, your self-image is weak. And when your self-image is weak, your shadow is going to take over. Being manipulative, being scheming, being somebody that you feel you are not. And trust me, all those parts are of you. Those are not negative. Manipulation, okay, this might become controversial. Let me clear this out. Manipulation, scheming, being angry, being frustrated, shouting, being hurtful, all of these things are a part of you. All of these things helped you get out of a particular situation, helped you cope with a particular problem in your life. So you cannot be like despising them. There's no point despising them, because whether you believe this or not, everybody has had that. Everybody has had that, and everybody who has accepted that part of themselves, they are the people who are fulfilled at this point. They are the people living out there without giving a damn about what others are thinking. Because honey, you might have been manipulative, you might have been the most disgusting person in your own eyes, but when you start integrating this trigger of yours, you realize that manipulation can be used in other ways, can be used in positive ways. And those tools and those techniques come to you, you read, you do courses, you see other people doing, using them in positive ways, and you start learning those ways. Because not only have you accepted that manipulation might have been a part of you, but you have also given the love that you required. You have not been your parents' voice in your head, the strict voice in your head that, oh my God, how could I do this? Oh, I am going to be judged. I am going to be done this. I'm going to be done that. Baby, until and unless you judge your own self, you won't care about anybody else judging you. Because it won't matter. Just think of this, okay? Ideas change your life. And this is me giving you an idea that manipulation, when not viewed negatively, when not used as a tool to hurt others, to scheme against others, but to manipulate your own brain into loving you, your own brain into giving you the respect that you desire, your own brain literally working in your own favor, it actually becomes a positive tool. It helps you build the life that you desire. It helps you build your own self in a way that you desire. And that is the flip side of it. That is the flipped narrative of it, right? And self-image is basically you viewing yourself. However you view yourself is your self-image. Therefore, whatever words you're using to describe yourself, whatever terms, whatever language you're using to define yourself, not only to the people out there, but to your own self in the alone time, is your self-image, you will make changes. Because you need to realize this, that no matter how much others think of you, they will never have the power over you until and unless you think of them. You know the golden rule, right? Where attention goes, energy flows. Bring back your attention to yourself and your energy will come back to you. Having a positive self-image is not toxic positivity that, oh my God, I'm the best. I can do this. Nobody can, show me otherwise, blah, 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 blah. Nobody can show me down, this, that. There are people who have achieved more. There are people who are way ahead of you on your own journey. But what is the point of comparing? Why would you ever compare yourself to anybody else? The first step to integrating your shadow is strengthening your self-image. And when you strengthen your self-image, you realize that your self-image is yourself. Why is it saying self-image? Because it is for you. It is not for you to compare to others. Your self-image is not to be compared to others. If you compare your own self to others, others will compare you to everybody around you. You need to realize that you are not supposed to be compared to others, but you're only supposed to be comparing your own self to your past versions of you. You're supposed to see how far you've come. You're supposed to take inspiration from there, that at point A I was here, or 3 years back I was here, and now I have reached this place. What all has changed? How have I changed? How has my life changed? How has my decision making changed? You need to give yourself that time. When you come into a romantic relationship, you do give a lot of importance to your significant other, right? But what about the relationship that you have with your own self? I mean, at least for me, it is 23 years of relationship that I've had with my own self. And it was when I was 21 that I finally saw and asked myself that why am I trying to convince others? Like, what is this going on that I'm always trying to convince others that I'm good enough for them? And I got really disgusted in the initial 2 years because I was not being able to find the answer. Then comes my amazing mentor, amazing life coach, amazing therapist. She was the one who told me that, honey, you are not living your life right now. You're living, definitely you're living, but you're living your life from others' perspective. Because you're fulfilling what they want of you, what they think of you, what they desire of you. Now just focus that attention back to how you think of yourself, how you want to live your life. And boy, was it not easy. It was not easy. I'm going to be turning 24 in a month. And, okay, just a second. Yeah, so I'm going to be turning 24 in a month, and it took me 2 years to actually form that healthy self-image of me, because it was not easy. I used to question, I used to judge myself for giving all the attention to myself because I had not done it ever. And once I started doing it, I was very uncomfortable. I was so uncomfortable that I made up situations, I made up narratives that would make me feel that I am being so selfish, I'm being so bad. And then boom. One day I was just like, why am I being so negative? Like, why am I being so harsh on myself? Being selfish is nothing bad, because everybody out there definitely takes care of themselves. And if taking care of myself and not humbling down for others is called selfish, then I am selfish. Who cares? Because at the end of the day, there is nobody else living my life for me. There is nobody else thinking about me the way I am thinking about them. And the main point here is that your shadow will keep on coming, will keep on triggering you till the time you don't realize that that shadow of yours wants compassion and love from you. It wants the attention that you're giving out to others. It's trying to show you that there is a part within yourself that you need to accept, that you have not yet accepted. And that is fine. Start building your self-image. Start doing affirmations, meditation, journaling, going out and walking in the nature, just going out and talking to people, doing things you have not done before, and pat yourself on the back for doing those things that you have never done before. Because not only are you giving yourself proof that you are no longer the past version of yourself, but also you're building a new kind of life where you're building those proofs, you're building those pillars which will be the base for the life that you desire to create. And while building those pillars, remind yourself that, okay, this might have been a failure. I might have failed. Failing is a very natural process, okay? But berating yourself for failure is not okay. Failure is basically an opportunity. Every problem that presents itself helps you think differently, helps you prepare things differently, helps you act differently. And how is that not amazing? How is that not nice? Because at the end of the day, you are the one choosing the way you are going to behave, the way you're going to act, the way you're going to deal with it. I mean, isn't that a gift in disguise? Right, guys? So I really hope that you understand how building your self-image is going to help you integrate your shadow. Because not only are you building your self-confidence in that building of self-image, but you're also accepting those parts of you that you have completely denied to even acknowledge that it exists. Sometimes when I get excited, I just can't complete sentences, but then yeah. It is what it is. And take that leap of faith, take that step. Nobody is going to judge you more than you judge yourself. Because you are not the main character in everybody's life, apart from your own. The day you accept that, you're going to start treating yourself like the main character. And when you feel triggered by others telling you that, you're being selfish, you're being so annoying, you're not a nice person. Hell yeah, I'm not a nice person, I'm a good person. And if being good means that I am looking out for myself, I don't feel bad. And if being nice means that I have to walk all over myself, bend backwards for others, I am happy not being nice. Because nobody else is bending backwards for me. Nobody else is walking over themselves for me. So if you think that I'm not nice, I am not nice, honey. Pretty happy about that. What you gonna do? Right? Be selfish. Go out. Be the selfish version of you, because nobody is going to treat you the way you expect them to treat you. Because nobody thinks that much about you. Everybody is embroiled in their own lives. That is the truth of life, whether you like it or not. You are your own universe. Start believing in things and start taking the ideas, because ideas change your lives, alright? It does. Start integrating your shadow by working on your self-image. I'll take out another video on the steps of how to build your self-image. But yeah, for now, let this sink in. Love you, ladies. And men, if anybody out there is watching. Love you all.